Yo, everybody. I know I'm late. I know it's late. Got off work late. You know how it go. UFC fight night. Paris. Long live Sway. Doing this for you, Sway. Football picks always dropping on Saturday now. Me and Joe holding it down with the NFL. I'm holding it down for the UFC. Interesting fight card. I don't know if I got my screen share on. I'm trying to figure this shit out. But oh yeah, now I got that screen share. All right, so we're sharing, and yeah, yep. All right, so we're going into UFC uh Fight Night Paris. Let me get this shit out of here. Man, I thought I had a tapology up. All right, so basically this is a rundown of the card. Some great fights on here. I don't know what happened with Kevin Gisette and Brian Battle. It wasn't on DraftKings right now. But Moicano and Saint Denis, both in the main event. Moicano coming off a big win in UFC 300, submitting Jalen Turner after almost being knocked out in the first round. And Benoit Saint Denis coming off a loss in which, one of the worst days of our lives, March 9th. Uh, Dustin Poirier would have been or put on for that for Sway that night. The night Sway died. So I don't know how to feel about this main event here. Let's look at the tail of the tape. Oh, this is my predictions and shit here. Well, let's build it off of what we have based off here. We got Renato Moicano, 19-5 and 1, 35 years old, currently on a 4 fight winning streak, y'all. 11-5 in the UFC, 8-0 in Jungle Fight before he got to the UFC. 1-3 when it comes to TKO, 10-1 submissions, 8-1 decisions, and this 4 fight win streak is no joke. Drew Dober, Jalen Turner, he beat Christian Guzman grappling. That was an actual MMA fight. Beat Brad Riddell. So really a 3 fight win streak, but still 4-1 in his last 5 fights. He beat Jai Herbert. Man, Rafael Fiziev is always going to be a tough name to beat. And I believe that was, this is at 155. So, but 11-5 in the UFC, only been finished 4 times in professional 25 fights, guys. So Ronaldo Moicano is tough. And shit, 10 of those 19 wins have come by submission, y'all. So he is a grappling threat. Let's look at Benoit Saint Denis here, though. God of War. I mean, well, I mean, this man was a fucking. He was a fucking. What was it? Special forces in France. This is the reason he's in the main event, and he literally like that was the only reason I was going with him. I think he's kind of like Dreykus Duplessis with the awkwardness, but he's like a lot more like he got that power too. He got a little bit he got grappling too, but he's very new into this MMA space. Like his first fight was, let's see, 2019, February 20, February 16th, 2019. Let's look at Renato Moicano's first fucking fight. March 20th, 2010. This man has almost a decade of experience on MMA of MMA mixed martial arts on him. And his first couple of opponents, they are solid. Like let's look at it here. 4-0. He beat an 0-0 guy, beat a 7-1 guy, beat a fucking 38 and 34 guy. And the guy he lost to, Liz Zaleski, was a crazy fight. I mean, that shit was wild. He was just 2 years into MMA. He shouldn't be winning these fights. He shouldn't be winning these fights in Brave CF, but I think this man has found his calling. Beating Thiago Moises is not a tough, is not something easily done. Like Thiago Moises is a mainstay in the division. He's still young. I think he has potential to be top 15, top 10 even. Ishmael Brown Fiend killed a rising prospect, even though he's one himself. Matt Frivola knocked him out cold with a head kick. He's got power. It was Dustin Poirier's night that night on March 9th. And if you know, you know. We all put inside, we all knew who Sway was on that night. But the odds make sense in my opinion. 7 year youth advantage is what I'm going here. 5'11" to 73, 5'11" height, 73-inch reach. We have much 5'11", 72-inch reach for Moicano. I think the play is Moicano submission or Saint Denis knockout. It's the only two way I see this fight going. Alternate method of victory. Moicano to win by submission or Benoit Saint Denis to win by TKO is minus 300. Of course it is, right? May as well just pick, yeah. But I mean, I do think Moicano is a live dog. I mean, at plus 225, you just gotta kind of rock with it. Plus 215 now, minus 265 for the knee. I think, guys, the best play, I like as a winner, I would go with Renato Moicano until he loses. But this guy is gonna gas. I think he's gonna gas. We don't know if he gassed because of the staff last time or because he doesn't have a gas tank. I'm talking about Benoit Saint Denis. Let's do fight props. Fight to start round two minus 200 is a good play. I think he gets out of the first round. I think there'll be a little feeling out process. Um, Tough fight to predict because Renato's got the grappling. He's got 10 years of MMA experience on the guy. We'll see. But fight to start round two, official pick for that fight. Next fight, guys, Nasruddin Imavov. Let's look at him first. 2 wins in a row currently, 28 years old. He's got 14-4 record, and he's currently out of MMA Factory. I think a lot of French guys are over there. 6'3", 71 or 75-inch reach, tall motherfucker for 185. 6-2 in the UFC. Um, just look at the resume. Since he got in the UFC, he's fought Jordan Williams decision. He lost to Phil Hawes in the majority decision. He's beaten guys like Edmund Shabazi and Joaquin Buckley. Lost to former champ Sean Strickland. No contest against Chris Curtis. I thought he beat Roman Dolidze pretty handily. Don't know why that's a majority. And then he was winning that fight against Jared, but he got it done. It was an early stoppage. There's some controversy about the fight, but he is taking on Brendan Allen. Before we get to Brendan Allen, 3 out of his 4 losses have come by decision. So I think Brendan Allen wins this one. It's not gonna be a decision. It's gonna be that right there, submission, y'all. Let's look at Brendan Allen. I'm screen sharing this because I ain't have notes ready and shit. But 24-5 career MMA record, 28. So he's got 11 more fights in that we know about, for Brendan Allen, and he's also 28 years old, 6'2", 75-inch reach. And guys, 12-2 in the UFC, 5-2 in the LFA, 1-0 in the Contender Series. He should have lost to Chris Curtis, in my opinion, based on damage. He beat the fuck out of Paul Craig, did Bruno Silva nasty, beat Andre Muniz. He's beating all these guys all the way back to Chris Curtis. And I think he got that lick back, I guess. I don't know. My official pick here is Nasruddin Imavov. I think he is too quick on the feet, but he does gas out. And if Brandon Allen can get a takedown in the first round, we're betting Allen live at plus money. Once he gets that takedown, jump on it. Because if Nasruddin can't stuff the takedowns, which I imagine he will because he's got Dagestan blood, we should be fine. We should be totally fine. I think the odds are a little off. I think a lot of people are on Brendan Allen, but I just think the striking's too much. Like Like Nasruddin doesn't have too much pop in his strikes, but damn, and that over 60. It's such a bogus number. Trying to give you guys something here. Um, let's go over 1.5 total rounds, and let's go Imavov to land 55 strikes, whole fight, and for him to win. So, three-leg parlay, Imavov over 1.5 rounds and 55 total significant strikes for Imavov, plus 125 payout. I like it. If you just want to take Imavov and fight to start round three, probably get the same odds there. But I think Nasruddin is going to put a clinic on our boy Brendan Allen, and he's going to fall right out of the title picture. I might be wrong here. Brendan Allen, only route to victory after watching tape, submission. I was watching a lot of tape during break at lunch today. Only way he wins is if he somehow gets on his back and gets some jujitsu shit going. Moving on, y'all. Joe Anderson Brito, 29 years old. Yeah, right. Okay. Motherfucker. Looks like he's 30, like 39, not, but 5 fight win streak. He just literally busted a motherfucker's legs wide open. He's beaten Jonathan Pierce, Andre Feely. His last loss is to Bill Algeo, but he's improved so much since then. But look at this name he beat in the Contender Series 2021. Diego Lopez. Yes, that is the Diego Lopez. He's also beaten Chepe Mariscal in the in in the LFA. It's pretty much where you go, and then you go to Contender Series, and then if you're good enough, you get signed to the UFC. Clearly good enough, clearly beating everybody's ass. William Gomez doesn't stand a fucking chance. I'm taking -3.5 here. I would. William Gomez is very much like Izzy Adesanya, where he gets decent takedown defense, but against a guy like this, it's not gonna matter. We're going -3.5 here with Joe Anderson and Brito. You guys know I don't like that -3.5, but I mean, I think that's the best play for this fight, unless you want to play that -325 money line. Um, Brito is nasty. He's so much powerful, and Gomez is just looking out there to point fight. So, I mean, if Brito doesn't knock him out and get inside the distance, there may be 129, 28 out there, but I think he covers that -3.5. Brito, just don't get gassed on us, please, pal. Don't get gassed. And then Tapology. Let me look at this right because I don't have it up. Um, Brian Battle, man. Why don't I have this up? This fight is at welterweight. I can't open this motherfucker. Come on. All right. So just let's looking at where they come from. Kevin Jusset is on a 5 fight win streak. He is gonna be the French favorite. He's coming out of City Kickboxing, not a terrible camp. Um, Brian Battle coming from Carolina Combat Sports and Fitness, very interesting. But Battle with the 2-inch reach advantage. They're both around the same, years old. The Battle just turned 30 years old. But I think Battle is the more well-rounded fighter. I just think he's all around better than Jusset from what we've seen. Jusset hasn't really had the toughest of competition yet, and he's gotten lucky in some of these fights. -160 is correct for Brian Battle. I think we take him at those odds. Um, exact prediction. Let's say he goes in there and I think he just stuffs the takedowns and maybe just rides it out to a decision. A very dominant decision at that, though. I got Brian Battle here, even though he does make some interesting mistakes sometimes in his fights. Man, Morgan Charrier. I'm not even gonna go. I'm gonna run through these last couple until I have one I really want to talk about. Morgan Charrier is winning, -600 favorite, 11-0 when it comes to TKO. His opponent Gabriel Miranda is 17-6. He's got 2 losses by TKO, 4 losses by decision. Dude looks like this. Morgan Charrier by TKO all day. Just based off that minus 160 odds. I mean, do as with it as you wish. I think fights not start round three is a good play. Minus 130 for fights not start round three. So I'll give you guys that for Morgan Sherrier as a playable play. Ferris Ziem, the most boring motherfucker on the planet. I hate watching this guy fight. He sucks. He's French though. 6'1", 75-inch reach. Current fight, 3-fight win streak. 27 years old, 15-4 record, and he is 4-0 when it comes to TKO, 5-3 when it comes to submission, 6-1 when it comes to decision. He's well rounded. He beat Mike Polak, Michael Figlak, beat Jay Herbert, beat Jamie Malarkey. He has some questionable losses though. He's lost to Terrence Shinney McKinney. Um, guys, I think Matt Frivola is going to be the busier fighter. I think this fight, the only thing that worries me is the chin. Is it gone after that Benoit Saint Denis kick? I think he's had time to lay off. He had that fight canceled. It's going to be his first time in there in damn near 10 months. We're going to go with Matt Frivola here as a slight underdog. He is plus 110 right now, so jump on it now. Quick, Umar Sy. He's winning by knockout. That's all I have to say. Umar Sy is winning by knockout. This guy's a beast. 10-fight win streaks, 4 wins by knockout, 4 wins by submission, 2 wins by decision. He was in KSW, which is a good, organization. Look, first round finish, first round finish, first round finish, decision. Damn, that's the same name as me. That's crazy. First name. Guy's got it. He's bound to win this fight, and I'm calling it right now. He's gonna win it. I got Umar Sy in that fight. Another one we're just gonna run through because he's a minus 1,000 favorite. I think a possible future champ in the division that's so stacked. Ludovic Klein dropped. I mean, I would do like a parlay with Umar Sy spread and Ludovic Klein spread and Morgan Sherrier spread, get like close to even odds and parlay those three together with the big favorites because it is a favorite heavy card. Um, and then moving on, man, Taylor Lopoulos. I think he gets it done. I think he gets it done by decision. You see all these fights going to decision, but um, to win by decision minus 175. I think it's worth taking a stab at that TKO right there at plus 400 odds for Taylor Lopoulos. Yep. All right, y'all. Honorable mention. Should have won this fight. Victor Altamirano, currently minus 130 favorite. He is taking on Daniel Barres. Also, want to throw out before I wrap up. I really like in the Eileen Perez fight and the Daria Zeleznyakova fight plus 3.5 for Daria, and I also like plus 3.5 for Nora Cornell. She's French, representing the French people. I think she'll get around in the scorecards. Um, Chris Duncan, also I like as an underdog this week against Belai Oki. And man, that's about it, y'all. Stay tuned for the football episode. Um, I hope that let me know how you guys like the screen share things. I let you guys see, who these guys have beat. Kind of let you guys make a decision for yourselves, even though I'm giving out the picks. But I fucking love predicting fights. If anybody want to DM me for more picks for the UFC card, I'm gonna try to be live tomorrow in the morning for these fights, at least for the main card. So lock in those picks. Get at me on Tapology, and peace. Long live Sway. Oh, actually, before we get into it, official picks. I like fight to start round three in the Benoit Saint Denis fight. I'm also gonna lean Give me Hinata Moicano just because Dustin Poirier beat this guy that night, but and he's had Moicano has 10 years of experience. Come on, guys. I'm all over Nasruddin Imavov in that fight. I like Nasruddin Imavov a lot in that fight. The next fight, we're gonna go with not this guy, but Joe Anderson Brito, and I like his spread as well at -175. Um, Morgan Charrier, just a dog, just take his spread -3.5. I like Matt Frivola in the fight against Ferris Ziem. Omar Sy, love him this weekend. Like I said, parlay all these big favorites: Ludovic Klein, Morgan Charrier, Omar Sy, Taylor Locklis. Just parlay them; it should be a hit. Um, Eileen Perez, I think she wins, but I think +3.5 with Daria is a great bet at -140. I think Victor Altamirano gets it done. He looked really good against the rising prospect Felipe dos Santos. Uh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. Let's skip over this one because I'm not too confident. And then Chris Duncan, I like him as an underdog to start the night. If anything, plus the take the +3.5 spread, guys. All right, y'all. That's about it for UFC this week. Let me know how y'all like the screen share episode, if it works a little better for y'all, or if y'all just want me in front of the camera. Eventually, we gonna work on this editing and having a real camera set up. We riding or die. We ride or die for Sway, man. Sway was that. He was a legend. But peace, love. Hope everybody has a happy weekend. Watch the video, share it. Long live Sway. Peace.